The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hiya, can you hear me? Just to make sure everything works. Ah, good. Right, how is everybody? Hello. I really messed up the times this time, didn't I? You guys are all changed or something. You guys, I think the States, your spring time moves forward earlier than what the European times does, I think. The European times, I think for the fall, we move our clocks back for you guys. So it's kind of like confusing. So I've got to ask. Right, okay, yeah, because I asked Siri, as they say, what time is it in New York now? And they go, all right, okay, so it's 5 hours difference. So yeah, I made a bit of a correction on that one for the next time. Anyway, right, I'm here anyway. I've been away for a few weeks. Went to London. Had a nice little break with the family. Did the sightseeing, all that kind of stuff, which is great. Yeah, a great trip it was, thanks. Sightseeing, Madame Tussauds. I think the new one was The Rock, I think they put in. And, all that kind of stuff. I can remember when I was a kid going there, but it was great for the kids taking photographs with all the little stars and all that kind of stuff. So it's, yeah, great time. I think we got out of it before the too much coughing and spluttering was going on in the UK. Been home now for a few weeks, so seem okay. Got no sweats on or anything. We all seem to be fine. Yeah, a few. I don't know. It's everywhere, and it seems to be. But anyway, right. Before I get into anything, I need to actually. Mackenzie sent me a nice little picture actually, so hopefully it will load up because I did try. Can you guys see my screen? All right? Can you? Yeah, cool. Okay then, right. Okay, for some reason it wouldn't. This I've tried to load up. Maybe I'll try again in a minute. Anyway, I need to do the. Here we are. This one a minute first, and let's get through that one, then we can get the questions done. Risk warning and trading disclaimer. Trading foreign exchange on the margin carries high level of risk and may not be suitable for investors or traders. There are no guarantees of profit, and most forex traders lose money. Past performance is not indicative of future results. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before deciding to invest in foreign exchange, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain the loss sum of all of your initial investment, and therefore you should only invest in money that you can afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risk associated with foreign exchange trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts or uncertainties. This presentation and all its contents, including past trades and potential trade setups, is for educational and informational purposes only. Using any strategies, techniques, or software mentioned in this presentation is also risky. We make no guarantees of profit of any kind. The presenter is not a licensed financial professional and therefore will not give any financial advice or recommendations. All information in this presentation is our opinion and may not reflect the truth or reality in the world of trading. Please use your own good judgment and seek advice from a qualified consultant before believing, accepting, and acting upon any information in this presentation. This is not a solicitation to invest. Hypothetical performance results have many inherent limitations, some of which are described below. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. In fact, there are frequently sharp differences between hypothetical performance results and the actual results subsequently achieved by any particular trading program. One of the limitations of hypothetical performance results is that They are generally prepared with the benefit of hindsight. In addition to hypothetical, trading does not involve financial risk, and no hypothetical trading record can completely account for the impact of financial risk in actual trading. For example, the ability to withstand losses or to adhere with a particular trading results program in spite of trading losses and material other points which can also adversely affect actual trading results. There are numerous other factors related to the markets in general or to the implication of any specific trading program which cannot be fully accounted for in the preparation of hypothetical performance results, and all of which can adversely affect your actual trading results. Rewards playing disclaimer. Your actual commissions and residual income will vary depending on your work ethic, work you spend on customer acquisition, and the quality of the customer you refer. Please take a screenshot or visit www.disclaimer.com. Right, that's done. Okay. Right, let's get that back. Okay. Right, how is everybody? All right? How's everything going over the last few weeks? Oh, it worked this time. Oh, that's good. Right, okay. You guys got any questions? I know there's a lot of stuff that's not happening. I know, excuse me, Clay, he's moving house and getting married. And I've kind of been out of the gist for a bit. So, Mackenzie, you're back soon, are you? You get back yourself into trading? You back doing your sessions soon, or are you waiting for a bit? Okay, right, not yet. Okay, no worries. Okay, okay, brilliant. Okay, right. Right. Anybody got any questions about the agenda? We all know who's okay. The beginners. Hang on, sorry. The intermediate pitchforks. Mackenzie's not back for the moment. Beginners harmonic scans. Okay. With Josh, we got. Let me think. We got here. We got Todd. That does the 62. Okay. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay, it's been a few days actually since I've. Right, let me get that out of the way a minute. There was something else. That's right. Let's have a look a minute. Need to. No, messenger, will it go on it? No. I need to get out of that. How do I get out of that? It's not showing me. Okay, so I don't know what that is. It's not, something's not right here, is it? It's all changing. It keeps changing. So I kind of get used to one things that are occurring, and then something else comes up, and it's like, well, why isn't that working? Oh, why isn't that? It's like it's not loading. Come on. Hang on a minute. It's like, oh, this is what you sent me, wasn't it? Ah, here we are. Your question was asking me, is this an influence? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's, I mean, as you can see, anything that worries me about stuff like this is that you can see how, okay, that, get my brain to work. The 10 and the 5 is kind of coming in, sloping in. It kind of slopes in, doesn't it? It's kind of really snaking in a little bit. Okay, fair enough. You've got the 30 here. So potentially you're looking at the 2-pip pullback, or your entry, potentially an entry. You can see the P1 has kind of come out of extreme. But look how that 30 is literally dropped quite quickly. So it's kind of, that would definitely scare me. Because this is snaking, these lower waves. I mean, you do see them occasionally, and price does reverse. So, but
this is, for me, this is definitely warning bells. Okay, well, for anybody really, as this, it's snaking in a little bit. The 30's coming out in the power zone, lovely jubbly. Okay, but look at that, bang, comes straight in. So potentially this could easily drop to a lower low, down here somewhere or whatever. Okay, and also I like you got the 240. Actually, there's no influence on the 240 really. That's in the power zone there too. So okay, but you can see actually how the lower level, like how the 5 as well on your 5 minute, how it's gone lower level leading the upper level. Okay, before it's even got into the extreme. Okay, that's an indication potentially that price, as I say, will drop lower. Okay, but certainly one to avoid really. Good to learn, obviously. Take the trades, find out why they're not so good, and don't get into them again. Okay, because building up your RAS to all right. He's saying, right, okay, isn't it a lower level? Is not an issue with tab 29 because they are a bit stronger than, okay, yeah, okay, well, okay, right, okay, but taking it through the 30, yeah, so definitely the 30 being an influence because you can see how much it's dropped. So it being that close to your entry, potentially, like I said, it could actually just drop to a lower low. All right, okay. Right, let's have a look. I think there's anything. Right, has anybody got any questions? Let's have a look, see if we've got any questions here. So you just getting back into it, Mackenzie. So how do you feel? Just it does take a little bit of time just to sort of refresh your brain and go through a few things. And it does start to come back together. I mean, it's like going on holiday for a week, and then it takes a few days just to kind of readjust the eyes and the brain to kind of work together on the charts. But I can't see any questions though. Excuse me, I'm just having a drink of had a cup of tea. Would you say that it's been a bad trading conditions in the past couple of weeks? Last week was alright, I think. I think last week wasn't too bad, was it? But this week's been really dodgy. I don't like. Yeah, it's scary. Can I say really? Look at the wicks. This is actually a little bit better than what it has been actually. So I've had tab 29 on here. Oh, sorry, I've had. See this is okay. I look at this. I think, yeah, jump to the 30, then go to the 10, have a little scope of the 30, have a look at see what's happening, and then have a look at the 1 minute. The 1 minute's the most important for me. If I see this, then I will avoid it for sure. The channel size is a bit suspicious, really. It's too small for me. You guys got to have it. You need to have some nice bit of movement. Okay, I use the shadow bands. I like the shadow bands, and also gives me a good indication of the channel size as well. You guys, of course, you can use the shadow bands just to give you an idea what channel size is doing, and then switch them off if you're using any other kind of thing if you're not too sure about channel size. Let's have a look. For instance, isn't that yucky? Look at this. It's just this is yeah. I don't like this at all. It's just gambling, really. And the 1 minute, That's what we got here. I think the GJ today had some better movements. was a little cleaner than normal, but there's the big movements in these 30 minutes. You know, there's like that's 200 pips in just in a few hours, and back down again. The wicks each side. It's, you know, this is indecision, really. Okay, oh, hang on, that's 20, that's 5 pips. Okay, 10 pips, 5. I'm sorry. See there, it's pretty erratic at the moment. Right, let's have a look and see what the 1 minute can have a look. Right, this is a bit better on the 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So it's only like just barely 5 minutes come to extreme off the 21 shadow band. Okay, the 5 minute EMA. Beginners Waveology. Is many of you guys, who have we got here? Just cut. So we just delete some of these messages. Right, let me just. Yeah, it's been pretty wild. Even if you're demoing, it's not even worth playing around with rubbish because it ain't good. All right, let's have a look. Tracy Van Cleaver trying to log into the session, so you might have. All right, is there any brand new people here? I can't see. Oh yeah, there's Tracy. So you're brand new, Tracy. Introduce yourself. Say hello. Any questions? Have you just joined tab 29? So I've got loads of writing here. Hang on, I'm just trying to quickly delete some stuff. Right, okay. Yes, and you just got tagged for last week. Okay, so you've gone through a few of the videos. How are you going? Have you got any questions you'd like to ask me? Can you explain why? Oh, sorry, I missed that one. Can you explain why the current candle changes the previous candle? I would think once a candle closes, the associated bars would be closed. I don't quite understand. Can you explain? Don't quite understand what you mean about doesn't change it. Yeah, it doesn't change it. It's measured from the middle of the candles, not the edge. I completely lost. I don't understand that. Maybe my brain's not working out on that at all. Can you explain why the current candle changes the previous candle? Well, all I can say, I don't really understand the question. Sorry. Have I just gone completely dumb or something? I think Oh, the trend bars change as a candle goes up and down. Yeah, that's kind of like the trend bar flip. Okay, yeah, right. It's there's a load of experts in the okay, so they all have to agree for instance, when candles are changing Like you can see, for instance, like this here, right? Okay, let me just for instance, okay, so prices, going up, down, coming up. Okay, so potentially you're looking, for a trade. Okay, so as you're a beginner, you want to be looking for without influence of the 30, of no influence of the 30 being in your trade. So i.e. you would be looking for potentially the 30 to be in this zone here. Okay, so I'm just safe for the minute. I'll have a look to see if we can find any 30s in the power zone. Okay, so just for a second, you'll be looking for a 30 in here. Okay, so, and also you'll be looking for the 10. Okay, up into an extreme. Okay, and then you'll be looking for something to, I mean, it's easy just to take the 10 that hits the 10 that gets to an extreme. Okay, and you'll get the trend bars flip. Okay, red if you're going in for a sell. Okay, what I trade is I trade off the shadow bands and whatever else, maybe using a trend line or something like that. Okay, just to give me an extra confirmation of what's happening. Okay, so I see the potential reversal point, i.e. at this particular point I'm looking at the shadow band 13. Okay, so we've got the shadow band 13 here. Okay, right there. Okay, so you'll be looking for the pullback, minimum of a two pip pullback. Okay, so as price pulls back, also I've got the 5-minute EMA here. Okay, that's running. Okay, so then I'll be waiting for these trend bars to turn red. Okay, so when they turn red with the pullback of the candles, okay, with the 10-minute at extreme, then I would enter the trade. Okay, demo trade. Okay, and that's what you'll be looking for. Okay, so looking for something with confirmation to give you a better confirmation in entering a trade, if that's helping you to understand a little bit better. So I do apologize if I'm not clean. Okay, so clear. It's funny when you're out for a bit, it kind of takes a bit to get back into it. Right, let me see if I can find something. Right, okay, so you can see the 30, no influence. Okay. Okay, so there you could do this, for instance. Okay, so you could be looking for something like, okay, so you can see the 30 here. Okay, in there. Right, price is coming down, so you're looking for potential reversal. You can see the P1 cycling the 5 and the 10 down. Okay, so price comes down. Okay, you wait for the pip, wait for the pullback on the candle, and then you can see you get the trend bars turn green. Okay, green means up, and red means down. Okay, so. And then once you just start posting your trades in, okay, and taking, and also highly recommended is to take let's keep a journal, okay, of your trades you do and why it went against you or why it went in your favor. Okay, hope that's clear. Let's have a look. Ask about the trend bars. Oh yeah, candle close. It can. Yeah, you need all of them that come in basically either green or red, and also you occasionally get it'll be a white trend bar that will come in occasionally sometimes. So if you're looking for, and all the rest of them are green like this, and you get a white one or a couple two, that means they're all green. Okay, it's all in the videos that Steve teaches in the ICRs. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Once the trend bar, once everything everything else is in. You're looking for your confirmations. You're looking for your confirmation. So you've got your 10-minute at extreme. You set your alerts. Do you know how to set your alerts or anything like that? Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Right, okay, so yeah, you just set your alerts. Yeah, he talks about the white bars, that's right, yeah, on part 2. Okay. Great. I had many trades to skip because the trade was 7 pips plus into the trade. Yeah, when you're looking at, I mean, 7 pips, if 7 pips, you know, before you get into a trade is pushing it, because if it goes against you, because by the time you've paid your spreads and everything else, you're going to be pretty much, if there's a pullback, generally there will be a pullback anyway, so you'll end up putting yourself into the red. So it is that's why it's precision trading, getting in those tight stop losses, getting in that tight start. Okay. And using, you post, Martin, you use pitchforks. So using pitchforks helps you to get into that confirmation, gives you that extra confirmation when you've got when your pitchforks, you got a confirmed pitchfork, which you're really happy with. If I, like myself, whatever I use, I just don't just look for, you don't want to just, when you're starting, get the idea of what you're looking for. Looking for, like, for instance, here we are, look, it's a little better. Okay, so we got the harmonic. Harmonic. Okay, you can see, okay, this is the 30. It's been snaking. Okay, now we know that price is moving up. Okay, as you can see the P1 cycling and pushing the, there's a 5 and the 10 up. Okay, the P1's lower level leading the upper level up to, there's an upward pressure. Okay, you can see the 30s now leaving the extreme. Okay, so by the time price is actually converged, the 10-minute harmonic here, you can see the 30s just, okay, it's just broken up. But the only thing that may concern, say for instance, you don't want 30 with too much of an influence, how quickly that 30's moved up within, and you can see how impulsive these candles are. Okay, I like extra confirmation. It's good to have extra confirmation. Either it is you may have for instance, you may have a pitchfork that's running down, that gives you that extra confirmation to get in. Because when you've been posting your trades and not having the 30 of influence or anything like that, it's good to kind of look for those extra things, that extra confirmation of giving you a better quality of trades. So for instance, like either having a trend line hit. Okay, so okay, you can see it pulls back. Okay, but you can see the 30's actually gone back into the 30s, so it's come back up like that. Okay, there's no divergences there. That's not real. That's a bit of a I don't like that kind of divergence, but you can see the P1's here, and there's a divergence on that, but it's there. Okay, it's a bit big, really. Okay, but it's there though still. Impulsive. I like the way it comes down. Like you can see, the 30 is not. See, the 30's gone back into the power zone. Okay. Price has dropped back down, come back, almost tagged the shadow band 8, and this will be a SCS, so which is the pippage, I believe. Oh, I can't think. Let me just check that before I'm telling you anything. Let's have a look. We are looking at that there, so we are looking at the, yeah, here we are. So it's the SCS 500, okay, L89B, okay. So major resist support or resistant, okay. Price generally does give it a bit of respect, okay. But that's the kind of stuff when you're doing all this that you'll you'll journal it and Okay. Something I've had a hard time with is knowing when the channel size is good. I seem to measure them small. Yeah, I don't even. I tell you what, I did the same things, Mackenzie. It's for me, I'd have no problems with channel size now. The shadow bands just tell you for me. So you can kind of just stick the shadow bands on anyway if you don't use them, but you can certainly stick them on and stick them off. But you can see, so you know from here to here. So you got the right. So we got the 1 minute EMA here. Okay, so that's a 1 minute EMA. So as you go out, so there is a 5 in here. Okay, I've taken the 5 off. Okay, so then you've got the shadow band, the 8, that's there, and then you got the 13, and then you got the 21, and then you got your 34. Okay, so then you can see as price is doing this, you kind of know what size your channel sizes are. Okay, and it's just, yes, you don't have to think about it. And it's like I said before, if you don't like them, you can put them on and then turn them off and have whatever you wish or desire is. Okay, now you could use, let's have a look. You could do something like this. That's on there, isn't it? Yeah, it's lowest roughly. Okay, traditional. Have a look, see what we got. Okay. Well, you've got, what else we've got? Oh no, hang on it. You got the current harmonic targets you can use. Okay. You got the previous harmonic targets you can use as well. So you can see, okay. What else have we got? Confirmation as well. Okay, and I use EMAs. Okay, so that's the 3, 5, 10, and 15-minute EMAs. Okay, and just the shadow bands. Okay. They will currently show. Oh, okay. Missed that one. Won't do that. Thanks for the reminder, Mackenzie. Okay, so I won't do that again. Right, okay, so I do 2 charts, so I draw up my trend lines, okay, just to help with confirmation, okay, but as you grow as traders, you'll start to find your own little niche and your own little way of doing things, okay, and find one thing and stick with it, okay. Wedges, fantastic wedges. Okay, is everything yeah, I can't really go into selling to the buyers. It's kind of more of a beginner's, unless it's somebody else that wants to run through selling to the buyer or buys sells. Generally, it's a beginner's waveology. Who else is beginners here then? Does anybody else want to ask me any questions? I can do a selling to the buyer if anybody wants one. Drew, you can just send me a chart if you want. Yeah, that's not a beginner's question. They need to be 10 ones. Yeah, I know, totally, Mackenzie. I think last couple of times, there wasn't any beginners here, actually. But Drew, you can just send me that if you want. Okay. Any other questions? How long have we been on? Half an hour, 35 minutes. Don't get blown up. Don't get blown up in the file. No, you mustn't. People know. No, mustn't go there. Of course, I'm just. It's funny, you see, he's not been on the charts for ages, but being away from teaching, for coaching for the last few weeks. I've kind of got bring myself back into the beginner's mindset, because I'm okay. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can find something else for you guys. Let's have a look. Something that's beginners. See, this is as beginners. Well, it doesn't have to be a beginner or anybody actually. This is just yucky. Look, it's just wick. Okay. So everything else looks reasonable. But 1 minute. No. Okay, let's have a look. I'll tell you what I wanted to show you, wasn't it? That's right, here we are. Look. Right. See, let's get the how that is impulsive. It's impulsive. There we are. Let's have a look. Okay. 30-minute without influence. Okay. That's pretty much the same as the GJ, wasn't it? I think as it moved up. You can see how impulsive. You can see how quickly it's the 1 minute tells you so much what's just going on. Okay, it does. Okay, as you can see, okay, prices up here, 30s started to move down, price is moving down, you don't know, it could actually do the convergence down here and then go back up. See the P1's tagged to 30. You're thinking, yeah, okay, the 30 might come in here, but there's quite an impulsive move down with the 30, okay, for a new, yeah, so it becomes an influence now, really, is it down here, okay. Look at the lower levels are snaking here, okay. This is an indication, or generally a high indication that price is going to keep sloping down, okay. Which exactly what it did. You can see that going on and on and on and on as the 30 is moving, because you're moving against the 30 at this point. Okay, when the 30 is in the power zone, is that within the next few 2, 3, or 4, 5 minutes, generally there's not going to be any influence of the 30. Okay, but how it's moved quite aggressively out from opposite side of the power zone into the other side, it straight away is going to say, right, okay, this is going to move further down. Okay, now I see the lower levels here. Okay, this is all snaking. But look how it's snaking. Look how price has just gone boom, 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 boom. Okay. And there, okay. Right. How do you get 3 minute on your chart? Well, you may. You just go to here we are. Okay, so there's your 3, 5, 10, and 15. Okay, don't overwhelm yourself with too much stuff. I mean, I like it because it's pretty cool. So there's the numbers. What's that? 1, 2, 4. That doesn't need to be on there. Why did that come off then? Off me. Okay. Nothing on there. Just put 0 on there. Okay. Yeah, under indicators, search for multi-EMA nav. But it's don't for for beginners you can use your EMA because you use your 1 minute EMA, but as you kind of progress to help you with something else, to help with confirmation, getting understanding what's happening on different time zones, because you remember you'll probably have all I've done is actually basically you've got the 30, so you can check your EMAs on your 30 anyway. So all I've done is taken my 30 minute and my 10 minute, brought it down to a 1 minute, okay, and all I've added the 5 and just added the 3 and the 5, okay. So you guys can just either do that. If you're beginners, you can just take your 30, your 10, and just stick to your 1 minute, okay, which is okay. That's basically it, really. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like it, so, and I use it, but okay. Do we have any other questions? Anybody want to give me other questions and everything? I'm sorry, I'm a bit vague. It's funny actually. Being, as I said before, I've been running around like a blue-ass fly today as well. I've been on the phone to my broker about my account, which has been really good. They've been really good to me. So having a good conversation with them. So that's why I was a bit not very organised this afternoon at all. So what's that? Oh, excuse me. Right. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. It's great. I mean, it's at least back next week. I'll hopefully the charts will be a bit more cleaner next week. Get the coronavirus out of the way. Get the oil prices as they should be or whatever. That's kind of caused a lot of problems as well. Right, there's a question here, wasn't there? Do you wait for the peak 10 to go to extreme? Really, Spencer, that really depends on what's happening at the particular time. Okay, depending on what I'm trading. Now, it depends, and I don't know what's your level of your Spencer. How long have you been in tab 29? Just posted 8 posts. So yeah, for you, yeah, definitely. So you're new, yeah. Okay, so that's perfect. Right, cheers, Martin. It's been my 5th month in tab 29. Okay, 5th month. Oh, that's West. That's 5th month. Okay, I want it. Spencer. Yeah, Spencer, you need to for sure. Don't. You've got to be so comfortable with your. It's so important to learn how when you're trading is learn to doing something and sticking to one particular thing, like how you're taught from the beginning of the OCRs. You know it is very important that you do your first. Doing the posting your trades without influence of the 30. You do whatever numbers required, your 50 or 100 trades, put them in, get them done. Feel so comfortable, and you start to understand why some trades are better than the other trades, and then you end up learning how to take those better trades because the 240 has the influence over the 30. Remember, everything runs down the cycle, so that's why it's important to learn about the 10-minute harmonic with the 30 being either not in knowing what the influence is and not having the influence. Okay, so as you build up your knowledge, however long it takes, because if you start skipping things and start rushing and start running before you can properly walk, you will end up falling down on your face. And at the end of the day, you've got to be realistic with yourself. This is only my opinion. This pretty much, I suppose, pretty much most opinions on how it's meant to be in life in general. But if you rush too much, remember it's not a sprint; it's a marathon. So you end up starting to become so comfortable in what you're doing, then you can move on to the next step, next level. Okay, and you just start building and building up. It's like, I suppose, I don't know, like building a house, I suppose, and everything has to have good solid foundations. And then you build your wall. You can't build your roof without your walls. So yeah, stick to that, Spencer. Okay. But peak 10 is near extreme. Well, you have the 80-20 rule. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Right, okay, everybody. Mackenzie, you still here? She's done. Oh, she's still here. You happy with your? Is there anything else I can help you with? Anything else you kind of? You can always send me your. So the trouble is, It's easy for me to speak than actually write, because I can't write. I find I struggle terribly for writing. And I've probably said it many times. It's not an excuse, but I'm incredibly dyslexic with it all, so it's a nightmare for me. And if Facebook could allow me to, I suppose, like the comments on Scans, Forks, and Fibbers, if I could verbally speak into a messenger thing, and it kind of types it for me, and then I could just post it out like that. That would be easier, or even just do a voicemail for me to write it. Yeah. So, okay. Right. Everybody happy? I hope it's been of some kind of help. Should we all happy? Yeah. Shall we call it? Oh no! Oh, there it is. Call it a day. No problem. Thank you for. Yeah, you guys take care. Thank you for turning up. Please, if you've got any other questions, bring them to next week. Okay. Yeah, you guys have a great rest of the week as well. Okay. Play safe. Be safe. That's it. Keep them coming, Mackenzie. No problem. Okay. I'll be more fresh mind, freshed mind next week. Right. Love you loads, and I'll catch you guys again.